So guys, I'm a little pissed off. I went back to the shelter today. I told you guys that I had to meet with my counselor. Anytime any women or men go to a shelter, you are assigned a counselor. And the counselor is the person that, gets into your life, see what you got going on, see what kind of job you're working, see what you need to do, see what your goals and stuff are, like a treatment plan, Same thing when you go to anywhere, a hospital, they have counselors available to see what your treatment plans are, to see where this person is and what direction they want to go into. I was supposed to meet with my counselor today. Mind you, Monday is my only day off. Pretty much Monday through Friday. Monday is my only day I could squish a lot of things in before I go back to work. I am off on Sunday, but Sunday is not a business day. So I can't tell my counselor, hey, I can meet you on Sunday because she's off on the weekends. So I went back to the shelter, went into the shelter, like the area that we live in, that I live in, my room, my dorm area. And they're just like, the counselor, you have to meet them in the other building. There's this another building, I guess that's like the offices, where they do all the office paperwork and stuff like that. So she was like, well, you have to meet in the office in the front. So I'm like, okay. Went back out to my car. Mind you, when I was walking into the shelter, I'm never there during the day. So one of my roommates was outside with her baby, and it's actually cold out here. So she was outside with the baby smoking a cigarette. So she just waved at me, and I waved back at her, And then I went into the shelter, and then I don't see anybody at the front desk. There's like this glass thing, and then there's this front desk. I didn't see anybody at the front desk, so I'm waiting. And I see my room door open to where I sleep at. So I walk over there. I see one of the counselors or the staff members that run the shelter area. I guess on her shift, she probably worked 9 to 5 or whatever. So I see her, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm supposed to meet with my therapist today. And she's like, I don't know, you have to go to the front building. She was like, I don't know who your therapist is or whatever. And I told her, I think her name is Megan. So she's like, oh, I don't know a Megan. I'm like, okay, let me go to the front building and give them my name or whatever. So she's in my room talking to another girl that's in the room, because I have 2 roommates. She's talking to another girl that's in the room. The other girl that's in the room, I look in the room's a mess. The kids are like literally all over the room. Like I could have went back there and said, I'm tired. I want to get some rest. I want to go get on my bunk bed and relax. The light is on and the kids are in the room. I'm thinking the kids go back to school today. Like, why are the kids even in here? And she had one of her babies. It was a big playpen in the middle of the floor. The mom is laying on the bunk bed, kind of just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, she did say she had a job, but she's not working right now. Due to what? I don't even know. But what I'm seeing at this shelter is a lot of these women are not doing anything with themselves. I'm seeing a lot of lazy behavior. The other girl that sleeps in the same room as me, she has a baby, and her baby is maybe 1, maybe a little bit less than 1, maybe 12, 11 months or something like that. She had the baby outside in like a stroller, car seat stroller thing. And it's cold outside. You outside smoking cigarettes with your baby in the stroller with you, not caring about the weather. Your kid could get sick, or not even caring about the fact that your child is around you out there smoking cigarettes along with some other women. So I'm just looking like, is this the lifestyle that y'all okay with living? Like I said, I don't know their situation. But from what I see from the room that we stay in, y'all don't keep the room clean. Y'all got stuff thrown all over the place in the room, and y'all outside smoking cigarettes. I come back and you got your kids all over the room, and the mom just sitting there kind of hanging off the bed talking to the other staff members. So I'm like, what is going on here? What is happening here? The mom did say she had a job, but she said she's off of work for whatever reason. I really don't know, because I guess she just had a baby not too long ago. I don't know what her reason is. But I know she got 6 kids. And I said, what if I wanted to come back here today and wanted to get in the bed and just lay down and relax? I couldn't do that. That's why I left the shelter. I was like, you know what? I can't see my counselor today. So I'm going to leave the shelter, and I'm just going to come back later when it's time for me to like go to bed. Because I can't be around a whole bunch of lazy people laying around all day smoking cigarettes with their babies by their side. Like, I don't want to be around that. If I literally truly had somewhere else to go, I would be there so fast. Because what I'm seeing is unproduction. I'm not seeing anything productive happening in there. And for some reason, the kids were out of school last week. And I go to the shelter, and all I see is a whole bunch of kids everywhere. I'm like, what is going on here? What are y'all at this shelter? What are y'all, like, the other shelter to me was better because they had more structure. But what is the structure here? What is going on here? People just lay around all day and eat. Most of them are not working. I see again, I'm the only person working. And again, I'm not downing or trashing anybody. But when I come back in the middle of the day, it's 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I see people laying around like they've been laying around all day. Is anybody taking showers around here? Can we get this pissy shelter that smell like piss? Can we get this place cleaned up? And another thing, I walk in the shelter, the front door is to my left where the staff office is. The shelter smell like piss. I go in my room smells like piss. I don't like that. I gotta find me the second job like ASAP. This is what's gonna push me to get this job as quick as possible. And it sucks the fact that I am off on Mondays because Monday I have to jam everything that I need to do inside a Monday. I don't want to be around unproductive women, unproductive whoever. I don't want to be around a whole bunch of unproduction. When I came in there, the lady said something like, and she was laughing about it and thought it was funny. She was like, man, some of these girls sleep all day. And I'm looking at her like, they sleep all day because y'all allow them to. They sleep all day because y'all allow this. Y'all allow this lazy behavior. Y'all are allowing this. Y'all in the shelter because we are homeless. But you're homeless, but you have enough money to go buy a pack of Newports for what, $12 or $13? I don't understand what I'm seeing here. Whoever is the person that runs this place, you're not doing a very good job at trying to keep production. It's a whole staff. Y'all have a whole people. You got counselors, you got therapists there. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of lazy behavior. The mom sitting in the room, laying on the bed, the kids sitting there like, why aren't these kids in school? There should be consequences if you get up and you don't have your kids somewhere, especially if they're at school age. Why are the kids here? I'm thinking, I thought the kids went back to school today because I could have went in my room, went in my bed and laid down and went to sleep. But I go in there, it's a whole bunch of kids in the room. Y'all just, mom like hanging off the bed. Like, what is going on in this place? The other shelter, at least I can say, they had your behind out of that shelter every single day. You had to be out there producing something, like working towards something, a job, something. You can't be laying up in the shelter all day. First of all, the other shelter, they wouldn't even let us lay in our room. After 6:30 in the morning, you have to be out of the living quarters. You can't even stay in the living quarters no more because they don't want to put that in you that, oh, everybody just be lazy. Be lazy and just get by. Do you know any person out here in the world that's out here paying bills, paying rent, that can lay around all day and do nothing? 5 days a freaking week? Weekend come, Friday night come, Saturday night come. I notice they stay out until 12 o'clock. People hanging out until 12 o'clock because the shelter is allowing the bull crap. There would be no way. The other shelter that I came from, the one thing I can say good about them, they had you in line. They had us in line. We was doing something every day. If you wasn't doing nothing, guess what? You was acting like you was doing something. You wasn't in there laying around in your bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This shelter is making these women very lazy. And I'm not saying that you can't go outside and smoke a cigarette, but you got your baby outside with other women smoking cigarettes and she's in the baby carriage and it's cold outside and you out there smoking cigarettes? That crazy stuff that's going on? You shouldn't even subject your child, your little baby, to even inhaling that stuff, sis. Come on. And inside the shelter, and I wanted to make a video like this a long time ago, the shelter smells like piss. I said, what y'all got people pissing pissing out on the floor, on the ground inside the shelter? You got people urinating inside the shelter? Why is the shelter smell like urine? I can smell it every day. I have in my bed, I have these little fragrant things that I had bought from the dollar store. I think it was like $1.50. I got those on my bed so I don't have to sit here and inhale that crap every time I come in. It's a smell of piss. And I was at first when I came in, I'm seeing like the girls that I stay in the room with, they're not very clean. You know what I'm saying? One time I seen a pile of clothes. I said, well, over in that pile of clothes probably got some pissy something. It's nasty. And y'all just around here acting like it's normal. I smell the piss. I don't say nothing to them because I don't want to start no waves with nobody. I don't want nobody to get upset with me. I don't want people to be thinking I think I'm all that. But come on, you smell piss. If I smell piss, I know you smell piss. Y'all okay with living like this? The shelter people don't seem like they mind either. If I smell it, they smell it. I know the shelter people smell it. Why isn't somebody that got some authority coming in here? This place needs to be deep clean with bleach and everything. I see no one cares. I'm upset. I'm coming back from my day off thinking I'm going to meet my counselor. Then I'm going to go into my room and I'm going to get into my bunk bed. And I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to relax. You know, I haven't relaxed in a long time because of the other shelter I was at. I couldn't relax like that because I said we can't go back into the living quarters. This shelter allows you to stay in your living quarters all day if you want to. So I'm like, where's the authority? Who's the manager around here? Why are we smelling piss? Why isn't this piss getting under control? Why isn't anybody rolling out the bleach and the pine saw and the clean mops so that we can wipe this place down? If you need to wipe down these walls, let's wipe down these beds. Everything needs to be wiped down. But guess what I'm about to get? I'm about to get my bucket out of my storage and I'm going to get my bleach and my own pine saw. I'm going to put it into a little, I'm going to put the bleach into a little canister that I can sneak it in. And I'm going to get me a cleaning rag and I'm going to start wiping stuff down my damn self in the room. Because, girl, listen, I'm going to wipe down that wall that's next to me. I'm going to wipe down my bunk bed. This is nasty. The fact that y'all can sleep in here and nobody's saying anything about this. No one see that this place smell like piss. Y'all don't see or smell that. I bet you those people at that front office, guess what? When I went in the front office to go look for my counselor, guess what? That front office smells delightful. No smell there. Why in the living quarters with these children and other adult mommies, why is it smelling like urine? I find that hard to take in that y'all all comfortable working around this disgusting area. It smells like crap in there. It smells like urine, like somebody just over time went and pissed in the corner somewhere. Like it smelled like a you know, in the hood, apartment complexes in the hood when them guys just be standing outside pissing in the where the alleyway is, or pissing inside the stairwell. That's nasty. And I'm the only one that smells urine. I don't say anything because I don't want people to get offended thinking who she thinks she is. But I smell piss, sis. Y'all don't smell it? But that's okay, because one day when them girls are not there, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right in there with some bleach and pine saw, and I'm going to start bleaching down my bed, wiping down my area, wiping down my blanket and everything. I just have to find a day that I know that they're not going to be there. I'm not doing this. The floor in the room need to be mopped and cleaned up. It's nasty and disgusting. Nobody should want to live like that. Imagine being in a pissy area, you smell piss and urine. And nobody is saying nothing about it. Imagine what your bodies must smell like. Imagine you probably not even taking care of your hygiene properly. And I don't really sit and socialize with them. But if I'm in a room and they talking and saying certain things like, sis, okay. But I smell piss in here. And I smell piss out there too. What is going on here? Y'all got a plumbing problem? Is something wrong with the plumbing? I don't know why that building smelled pissy. I said, I can't really see a human being sitting there pissing in the middle of the floor. I mean, I know there's babies, but babies normally got diapers on. Unless over the years, kids just pissed in their pants and it was on the floor and nobody cleaned it up. I don't know, but it smelled very pissy. Is there something wrong with the plumbing? If it's something wrong with the plumbing and the place smell like piss, that's a problem that we need to call the state, right? The state or the county. I was so upset. I said, you know what? I'm not going back. Not just for the pissy smell, because I've been smelling that since I came in. But the fact that I go into my room and this mom is like hanging off the bed and she got her kids just sitting there. They just doing whatever. Why aren't these kids in school? Because the first time, if I was running a shelter and you think that you're going to not have your child in school if they're not sick or something, these kids shouldn't be sitting around flopping around in this shelter all day. And I come back with my production, being productive out in life, to mommies laying off the bed with their kids in their room just doing whatever all day. One of the other mommies is outside smoking cigarettes. Y'all can afford to smoke cigarettes, but y'all can't afford to get your behinds up to go get on some transportation to go find a job? I don't understand that. I'm not sitting here like I'm better than anybody, but a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing with my natural eyeballs, they have programs that will help mommies get childcare and they will pay for it. I know I've been there before when my children were smaller. I got childcare for my kids. There's jobs all over the place. There's McDonald's, there's Best Buy, there's jobs at the mall. There's no excuse why somebody don't have a job. Now, if you have something legally going on, maybe you got a charge here and there, I understand that. But there's still even jobs for people who have been to prison. Some people in jail will come out and find a job quicker than most of these women that are just flopping around all day. That makes me very upset.